Last week, we stopped by one of our oldest customers in Knoxville, Tennessee. Biker Rags is a true destination shop for every rider. Even if you're not looking for a new jacket, it's worth the trip to see an amazing collection of motorcycles. Biker Rags has been a staple in the Knoxville scene for 25 years.
Well, we were just talking, we started Biker Rags 25 years ago in 1994. We had a little hole in the wall over on the other end of town, and then we moved out here in 1996.
96.
And so it's been 25 years last week. We were trying to remember, we've been with First, I think, almost from the beginning, and honest to God, I don't remember how we got the connection. But we've been with First. I remember the very first thing we wanted from First, some big giant guy came in and we couldn't fit him. Yeah. We had only been open a couple months, and you all had those 64 big and tall motorcycle jackets, and that was the connection. And we've been with First ever since. The reason we opened up the shop is that both of us love motorcycles. Pam rides her own bike, always has, and I'm not a real good mechanic. I can tinker, bust my knuckles, scream and cuss like everybody else. Yeah. So our only way to make a living around motorcycles was to sell the gear. Yeah. And
we love the gear, so.
Yeah, so when we started selling gear in this other little shop, one day for whatever reason, we put my bike in and it got some attention. So then we moved out here and we had this first room and we didn't really have enough stuff to fill it up. So at the time we had 3 or 4 bikes, I guess. So we put a couple bikes up front and it kind of worked. And then Pam came up with the idea, we need to get some old vintage bikes in here, make it more than just a leather shop, give people something to do.
Something to look at,
yeah,
an
something
experience.
to look at when they, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's an old story, but I used to do drugs and a lot of drugs. Yeah. Got clean, and so if you have one addiction, you can just transfer it to another. Exactly. So rather than things going up my nose, now we have motorcycles in the store, and I actually can see them now. Yeah. They don't disappear.
Pretty much every road around here we love.
It changes all the time. Like just last year, they opened up the extension to the Foothills Parkway, and we've been hearing about it for 20 years, but none of us knew what it was. Okay. And so that's become real popular. The Dragon is world famous, but it's not really something that you want to do on a weekend because it's so crowded. There's so much traffic. It's one of those things that you got to do, but it's not something that you have to do a lot, you know. And the beauty of Tennessee, we literally can ride year round. Now, we had snow a couple days ago, and sometimes you have to put your bike away for a day or two. But then, like today, it's going to be in the 50s and sunshine, and that's pretty much year round. And any direction you go here, we've got mountains and hills, and it's just gorgeous. Yeah. You know,
there's not a bad way to ride.
No, if you love motorcycles, this is the perfect place to live. It really is.